Hello Hazel, this is Dan. I'm going to be showing you how to access the WSoA. This is the document that tells you what needs to be put in RHA and the order it needs to be put in. It's pretty much spat out from all the information we collect at the audit at the house. So, first thing you're going to want to do, sign into your Gmail account. The backend modeler or Hazel test site, whichever one we set up for you, and you're going to want to go to the drive. Up at this top bar, you're going to have a search section, and right now we are going to search for Quan, which will be the first job that you'll be doing. The Quan, you can go into the client folder and you'll see a PDF titled WSoA 28 Westwood Quan. So when we open this up, the program is going to open up for you. It's just going to take a minute though. Okay, so you can either open it up to view in Drive, or maybe it might be easier to download it as a PDF, and then you can move that around. It's really whatever works best for you. But as you can see, there's multiple pages, 301 pages. So I want to show you which ones you're really going to have to be focusing on. This first page is going to be pretty much the summary of all the different branches of the company and which branch is doing how much work and how long it's going to take us. We're going to get into this further when we have you filling out some of the administrative numbers, but for now I just want to focus on the RHA a bit. So when you scroll down, you're going to see this tab here, and this is going to be the Develop Solution tab. So this is going to be an overview of what's going on in the job. So you're just going to want to take a quick look at it and see attic A insulation loose, air sealing, insulate existing push-up hatch, attic knee wall storage, duct seal, unit number 1. Keep scrolling down, and we're going to put in chimney liner, Burnham ES24. So some of these titles are going to help you find the appropriate templates. You're going to be using the prices in here to put in the RHA once you get to the analysis and reports section. And the important thing is right now the RHA tab, which I'll be showing you shortly, has a few kinks in it. So the way that we come up with this final solution for the house is we fill out all the information, and then we pick which ones we want to do and which ones you recommend the homeowner does. This right here is a breakdown of everything that we are actually going to do. Now I'd say 90% of this will show up in the RHA tab correctly, but there's still a few bugs that we're working on getting rid of that will could be problematic and confusing. So when in doubt, just go back to this section here, and you'll find the correct answers. This is the section that has the final outlay of the job. So once you've taken a look at that, you can go down to the BEM note section, which does not appear to be labeled here, but it's going to be pretty close. And keep scrolling down. Oh, that's the load. Alright, so the loading is taking too long, so what I'm going to do is download it as a PDF. So if you left click on it, you scroll down to download, it'll come up, and again, it'll take a minute to load. You can just save it to your desktop. You can delete them afterwards. You don't have to, have a huge pile of these on your desktop and use up your memory, but it's just a temporary thing. As long as it stays in the client folder, you'll always be able to access it. And now here, you don't need to worry about the internet being slow, which I don't know if it is by you, but we get a lot of people working here, and the internet tends to be frustrating sometimes. So, scrolling down, this is the RHA tab. This is all the stuff that you're going to be putting into the into RHA. When you start a new client, this is the stuff you'll be putting in, building layout, and it pretty much has the answers to the questions in the order that they'll appear. But before you really even start putting things in, there's going to be a note section that you're going to want to access. Now, right now, there's currently going to be 2 note sections. We're customizing one for you with all the details that you'll need. There's, a lot of information to sift through at the moment, and I apologize for that. But for now, we will pretty much just have to review it, and these are where you're going to find a lot of the specific information about the scope items, so which template you're going to pick. So air sealing. We will not block air movement underneath the joists. There is no whole house fan. So when you're putting the work scope together, there's going to be a certain amount of information that is highlighted on the work scopes that you will choose or you will not choose. You're remove from the template or leave on the template based on the notes that you have here and the titles of the scope items that you found here. All right, so for hatch, insulate existing push-up hatch. So there you know that that's going to be, you don't need new plywood. You're using the existing one. And again, we're working on it, so it's going to be a lot clearer. But for now, we're just going to have to be in communication and figure out, what the best way to relay that information, those details to you are. So, you're just going to want to reference that section and this note section, and you'll be able to see stuff. So attic A, we will be blowing over the central air conditioning ducts. So that's another thing. We are installing an attic pathway leading to central air conditioning. Some of these, here we go, attic access, the hatches in the closet. That'll help you with the templates. You just want to read through all these, and unfortunately, not all of these are going to be necessary to you. A lot of these go to the guys on construction, or to the project manager, or to the different departments. So we're working on getting it so you're only seeing the information that you need to see. That way, it's not overwhelming and confusing. But if you review these notes, you should be able to find the information. And if anything's missing, don't hesitate to email Scott or myself, and we'll make sure that you get that and make a note so that the new revisions of the technology we use will include those notes. And until we can get those adjustments made, we'll do our best to send some of the notes and emails about those specific jobs. Now, this Quan job that you'll be doing, these are, I think we have all the appropriate notes put in here manually, so we should be fine with that. So the RHA tab, in general, you can refer to the other videos to see, how to properly input this information. But once you get here, you want to start at the beginning, and the RHA tab starts at this. So it'll say new client. This one won't always appear. That's only going to be if you need to grant LIGH access, which I'm sure is another video or we'll explain at some other point. But once it says new client, that's the beginning of the RHA tab. And again, this is just, once you hit the new client button, this is the information you put in. And then you go to the quick jump menu and you'll put in the building layout, and answer these questions. So at this point, something I wanted to go over is at the bottom of that, the building model section on the building layout, there's going to be a button next to the condition volume section that says calculate shell areas. The appear around here where my mouse is not a great visual, I apologize, but you want to click that, and then once you get to the shell basic stuff and the shell details, some of those numbers are going to be estimated for you. So when you have measured, once you get to, square footage of attic space, they'll probably have an estimated number there. So you're going to want to put in our number. In this instance, when you get to exposed wood frame walls, it's going to come up with a number. You're going to want to put the RHA, just leave the RHA estimated number. Same for, to the right of that, there's going to be a percent fenestration and a square footage. You're going to use the RHA estimated. Now I manually put those in for you because it would currently just say 0 because we only fill that out in certain circumstances. But anytime there's a full number, you're going to want to put that in and replace the RHA number. When it says 0, we just, if it's even an option, which most of the time won't be, you just leave it as it is. But only when you have these full numbers are you going to be switching it around. These notes here, again, I've kind of customized it for this one job. We have to work out some kinks, so not every job is going to be this clear. But when you go to the building notes section, and you're going to want to type this stuff in. So the first line, LIGH dash town of Babylon, and then a new sentence. The home does have a CO monitor. The home was built in 1973. And the garage was converted into a living space. There are some notes that we need to work out some of these kinks, but they're going to be irrelevant to you. So really all you need to, if there's a line about CO monitor, you should put that in. If there's a line about LIGH, you want to put that in. If the home, you want to put the year the home was built. And in this case, you want to put this note in. Eventually, we'll have it in a way where it's always accurate and it's just saying exactly what you need to put in. But for now, this is the only stuff that you want to be transferring, and there might be some jobs where other notes appear, but you can ignore those for now. And then, you're just going to want to work along and fill this stuff out as it appears. Obviously reference the other videos for the specifics, but this is in general how you're going to be getting your information. So you just keep scrolling down, do it in order, and whenever there's something that's not clear, you're going to reference that notes section and or the first thing that I showed you, the develop solution tab, and that will show you exactly what needs to be put in, and how to pick the work scopes, and any questions about modeling. And then this is that note section that we've customized for you. And there is this you can kind of ignore. That's how we lead to the Develop Solution tab. This is the Solution Development tab. But there is another note section somewhere down further, where we're going to make sure that that BEM, that one note section that you saw, that's going to be the one you're referencing. So pretty much all you're really going to be focusing on as of now is stuff that looks like this. This is the Develop Solution section. The first thing you look at. And then you're going to want to look at the Notes section, which is, scroll down. Actually, if you hit Control F, you can hit Solution Notes. Oh, that didn't work. No, Audit Notes. Notes. There we go. And this is not the section I want you looking at. So just ignore that. You just want to do the section that's closest. That was the other notes area. So we'll find a keyword that will be very clear for you to search for. And then after you review the notes and look at the Develop Solution tab, you will be able to put the stuff in RHA. One thing that I wanted to add is that there is a discrepancy in the math, and it always comes out to be $1 different. So when you take all the prices from the Develop Solution tab, that first thing that I showed you, and you put them into RHA, sometimes the overall price will be different by $1. So if the WSoA says the price is $15,000, and RHA might say that, in fact, when you add all those numbers up, it equals $15,001 or $14,999. So what you're going to want to do is just make sure that the final price in the WSoA matches the final price in RHA, but most importantly that the work scope and RHA match. So if you see it off by $1, then you're going to want to pick one of the scope items. So you can take it out of air sealing or attic insulation loose, whichever one. It doesn't particularly matter which dollar you take it out of, or which scope item you take it out of, as long as the overall price of WSoA is the overall price in RHA, and that RHA and the work scope match perfectly. Alright, thank you.